Okay, yesterday I hit the new low, which was 281.7. Let's see if I get lower today. Ugh. Nope, 282.4. I am up early, so that's probably why. So my husband let me go to Barnes & Noble and get a couple of books for my birthday, so I want to show you what I got. So I got a bunch of classics, basically. I want to complete this series where it has the gold sprayed edges and like the hardcover. I really love these. So I got The Wizard of Oz. I also got The Call of the Wild, and one that I wanted for a long time. I was like thinking about it the other day, and I was like, I want this. And so we found it, and it is this edition of Winnie the Pooh, the complete collection, and it's colored inside. I love it, love it, love it. And then the Cafe $5 book. If you buy something, you can get the book for $5. That's what this is, and it is The Vanishing Cherry Blossom Bookshop. I finished reading a book while I was in Barnes & Noble, so I immediately picked this one up and started reading. I'm already 35 pages in, and it's really good. I like the characters. This is a Japanese book that's been translated into English, so yeah, definitely go check that out. Okay, so we took my husband's car in this morning. I picked up a small coffee, which small for them is like 16 ounces. So I had a small coffee, and then I went to the gas station and got an apple fritter. I haven't logged my calories yet, but the coffee is usually around like 150-ish to 200 calories. Hey, baby. And then the other thing is like 300. So anywhere between like 500 and 700 calories for the day, but it's already afternoon. I'm still not hungry. It's 1:30. I'm still not hungry. So I just got me a prebiotic soda, 25 calories, and then we went on a 2-mile walk. We went on a 2-mile walk with Bear. My husband wanted to do it. I did not want to do it, but he's like, "You're coming," so I came and we did the long one, the whole 2 miles. And then we came back, and he got Bear some little like doggy ice cream, like ice cream sandwiches, but for dogs. And so he just had one of those. And now I'm outside. We also went to Barnes & Noble, and I got to get a couple books, and this was the $5 like bakery book. So I got a Rice Krispie for later, and I got this book, and I already started reading it. I'm like 35 pages in. It's really good. So right now I'm just outside enjoying the nice weather, and Bear likes it when one of us sits out here with him, because then he just sits on his dog bed right there. So yeah. Okay, I had 3 pieces of dark chocolate earlier. Now I'm having my little oven roasted chicken with cheese, little bistros, and then my husband got 12 dozen donuts, so I'm gonna have one for lunch. It's maple glazed. Here's my 500-calorie bowl of pasta that I just made. So what do I got in here? So I've got some gluten-free noodles, then I've got corn, some andouille sausages I fried up in a pan, and there is some spinach, but spinach shrinks when you cook it, so it's kind of buried in there. You can see a little bit right there. And then it's got some garlic parmesan sauce over the noodles, so this made like 750-something grams, so it's going to have like another 3-ish bowls maybe of this. But yeah, this, I already tasted a noodle. It tastes great, because I want to make sure I had enough sauce, because I was doing it as a recipe for the flavor, and I got it right away. So very flavorful. And then for my drink, I just have a Milo sweet tea, finishing off the rest of it, so it's probably like 12 ounces. But it's 0 calories, so I'm not bothering logging it. Look, a little piece of corn got in the noodle. But anyway, yeah, I'm really excited for this meal. I don't know where my calendar went, so I'm going to have to find that, but I got to go to the gym, and I'm already running behind, so we're just going to see what it is, and I'll record it later. Alright. Okay, 282. And we'll warm up. 2 miles on the bike. Here's the cool down. Alright, workout complete. I was sweaty. I was doing the thing guys do where they lift their shirt and wipe off their face so many times today. It was a very simple workout, but it was hard still, like physically challenging. So I did the 2-mile warm up on the bike. Then I did half a mile on the treadmill. And then I did, it's like he timed it for like 20 seconds, so it's basically like 10 reps of my 28-pound kettlebell. I hold it like this and then go up to the chest. So I counted one of them and it was like 10 reps. And then the next time it was the same kettlebell over the head. And then the next time was behind the head, 28 pounds. And then you did all 3 in a row where you went up. So like 20 seconds of that. And then I had to do the farmer's carry with 35-pound kettlebells. So that was 70 pounds that I was carrying. And I had to do 4 laps across the small gym. And then I had to do all that other than like the bike warm up. Like I did the treadmill and the weights. I had to do all that 2 more times. Or was it 3 more times? 2 or 3 more times. I can't remember. And then I guess it was just 2 more. Yeah. So I wound up doing 1.5 miles total on the treadmill. And then for the cool down, we did like interval stuff on the bike. So I would do 85 RPM, which is like 12.3 miles an hour or something like that, on the bike for 1 minute. And then I would slow down for like 30 seconds. And then I would do another minute going really fast. And so I had to do that 6 times. And then I just kept going at a moderate pace afterward for a cool down so that I would get another 2 miles in on the bike. So I did 4 miles on the bike, 1.5 miles on the treadmill, and then lifted weights. So it was an 1.5 hour long workout today. I did get there 10 minutes late because I couldn't find my inhaler this morning. And I had to feed Bear, and I just did not want to get up. But I did it. And so anyway, we were looking for my measurements that got done, because I think the last time I did measurements was over 100 days ago, because I believe I had mine taken after the first week of weight loss, because I lost 5 pounds in a week, and I remember saying, I want to get my measurements done because I've lost like 5 or 6 pounds. And so that would have been like a week after I started vlogging. So I'm really curious how much I've shrunk since then. I can really tell in my clothes now. Looking at myself, not so much, but like the way my clothes fit, I can tell. And I think my legs, the thigh portion, I think it is, well, I know it's gone down a couple inches because it just in the last 6 weeks or 7 weeks, it went down like an inch. And every time I've got measured, they go down about an inch. But anyway, yeah, I want to see what that is, and then I can compare it to the one measurement that I just got done. And I took a picture of it, but we couldn't find the paper with my measurements. So he's going to look through, because someone must have like moved stuff around in his office. He's going to look through. I am really seeing my double chin from this angle, but the double chin is actually starting to go away. This is head on. And then, I don't know, maybe I'm just puffy right now, but it's been more like that. Not when we had the chin off unevenly, but like, you know, it's starting to go down. I feel like it used to be down to like here, like the fatty part, but in the front. I think when I started, it might have looked more like this. I think it looked like this. And now it's like this. So it's going down. My neck's gone down a whole inch. And I can tell that I breathe better when I'm sleeping. And my husband can wrap his arm around me during cuddle time, which used to be annoying to me because it was like smushing too much. And so I was like, no, but now he has more room. So just slide around me. But anyway, I'm going to go home. I'm probably not done with exercise for the day. I have a meeting tonight for the Democratic Party, but that's like 6 o'clock. That's evening. Great. I've been showing stuff. I have a meeting tonight. But like yesterday, my husband was like, let's go walk Bear. I want to do it now. I don't want to wait until it gets dark. So we did a 2-mile walk with Bear. So I might try to do that again today. I might do it when I get home and just be like, all right, let's go. And then I will have done like 3.5 miles, walking. So, or not, 3.5 miles if we do a 2-mile, because I did a 1.5 miles on the treadmill. Yeah, I'm going home. So I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get a donut because my husband got a dozen yesterday. There was 3 donuts left. Y'all, I had 1 yesterday and now I'm going to have 1. And these are quite sizable donuts, okay? And I was like, honey, that means that you've had 8 donuts since yesterday. He said, it's okay, I went on a walk. And he did. He went on a 2-mile walk. I was like, honey, it does not burn that many calories. And then I poked his belly. There is lunch. It's the same thing I had for dinner last night, and I will have it again later today. This is like 400 something calories. It's really good. And then for my drink, I started it for breakfast, so I'm still drinking it. It's this 20 calorie. So yeah, living the good life. My baby is getting his little sniff on. We got a little doggy seatbelt on him as always. And so I was like, let's roll on the window so he can do his thing. So we are taking him to the park, and we've done the like wooded track before, and we've done the toddler track. We haven't done the adult path. The adult path is like where you just do standard laps. Everything's kind of level, whereas the kid one was short and very twisty. The adult one I think is more like around a football field, like that sort of track, except for like no individual lanes. So yeah, I wanted to go do that, and my husband was up for it, so that's what we're gonna do. And then I'll have just enough time to get home and shower, and then go to the Democratic meeting tonight. And then I might be getting on a video call with my friend because we haven't met up in a long time. So anyway, so that is the plan. And then what's the other thing? And I spent like the last 2 days catching up on writing down my thoughts on the books that I've read, because I've already read 28 stories this year so far. So even a lot of them were like novellas, and sometimes I would read multiple in a day. So I was having to like look at reviews. Ain't it cute? Anyway, so they were funny. And then she was like, I got mine in the backseat too right now. I looked back and it was like her boyfriend. Anyway, that was funny. But yeah, so I had to like look at other people's reviews and stuff that were spoilery to like refresh my memory on the different things that happen in the stories, because I do read so many that it's like, yeah, I read the story, like I remember it, but I need something to prompt the memory so that it's more specific. And a lot of the stuff that I've read has been romances too, so those can get easy to confuse and like overlap storylines and stuff. But I caught up on January and February's now, so I just have to do March, and today is the 10th. So yeah, it's the 10th, and I've already read 4, and I'm in the middle of 2. So I definitely want to be caught up tonight, if possible. It takes a lot out of me. I haven't been writing, and so it's like I'm just writing like what happened in the story, but still I haven't been doing that in months. I'm like rusty. But anyway, we're almost to the park. We waited a mile at the park. Now we're back. My friend was there, and she invited me to karaoke tonight, so I will be doing that as well. I haven't decided if I'm skipping the Democratic meeting because it starts at the same time. I should probably still go to the Democratic meeting. I just hope it doesn't last longer than an hour, or I'll just like miss karaoke. But anyway, I needed a snack, so I've got me a cup of pomegranate juice. I just did 8 ounces, even though this mug is huge. And then I got some pita chips, and a little bit of cheese. So that's gonna be my snack, and then I need to get my butt in the shower and get ready. So, friend, it is after 8 o'clock at night, And we're sharing this, so this is my half.
You're like, whatever this is?
Yeah. Enchilada just arrived too. So I ate super late last night, so I'm not expecting to lose any weight. My weigh-in yesterday was 282. My lowest weight so far has been 281.7. Oh, man. All right. $282.4. Here's breakfast. This is 2 packets of strawberry oatmeal. It's a lunch, and I had one wrap shrimp. We're at a Thai restaurant for my birthday. I got a big button. So at the restaurant, I had another wrapped shrimp. And when it logged for one of those, it said like 163 calories. That thing was not 163 calories. It was literally one piece of shrimp in it. So I just logged one instead of two. I think that the noodle estimate of like 600 something calories is probably more like 1,200 calories. I don't know, but I did split it, so I had half at the restaurant, and then I had half for my dinner earlier. That is a very, very satiating meal. Also, the woman was super nice, and she knows my birthday. Well, my birthday's actually tomorrow, but we were celebrating my birthday today with my parents. And so she brought out mango in a heart shape, like she cut it all up and then put it in a heart shape and then put sticky rice in the middle. So I had about 3 bites of sticky rice, which is just rice with, I guess, coconut cream, something like that. I didn't log it. But yeah, I had like 3 bites of that. And then now I'm home. I am not hungry, but I do have a sweet tooth. So I'm going to have some sweets, because if the calories are around correct, then I would have only had like 1,000 calories for the day. So I have like a 400, not even 400, it's like 350 calorie dinner nighttime snack. That's just because I just want to try it. I gotta do things. The first thing is not new. This is a wild berry prebiotic soda. So I'm gonna have that. That's 30 calories, and it has the prebiotics in there. And then there was some chocolate. I was looking for the dark chocolate because that actually lasts a while for me. Like the 2 chocolate bars that I had them for like a month. Or at least it felt like a month. But anyway, so that was great. And I liked having just like moderation, like having 1 or 2 pieces every day was fine. It was like 10% of my calories at most. But anyway, so this one is like a sea salt caramel chocolate, and I'm guessing it's milk. It might be milk chocolate, I'm not sure. But it was $2.70-something. So I was like, I'm getting it because all the other ones were like $6. So I'm gonna try that tonight. I did get the dark chocolate one with the raspberry, but even this one that I think might be milk chocolate had the same amount of iron in it. And the iron is the reason why I was getting the dark chocolate. Because I wanted to get at least a little bit of iron, even if it was just like the 1 milligram or whatever. Just any of it, not from taking a supplement, is a gain. And it also, sweet tooth. But anyway, and then I got 2 pieces of that on my plate. Serving size is 3 pieces, but I don't need 3 pieces. And then I got more than serving size of popcorn. And this is like a high fiber popcorn. I don't know how that is. I thought it said protein at first, but it's not. It's only 1 gram of protein, but it's like 6 grams of fiber for 1 serving. So that's good, because I struggle to get enough fiber in for the day. But yeah, so the serving size is like a cup and a half, and it's 150 calories. And this is like a sweet. It looks like caramel coated on some of the pieces, but not all the pieces. So I'm excited for that. And I also bought some individual, like the miniature popcorn bags. That way, when my husband's making him like a gallon popcorn, I can have a portion size of popcorn and I can just microwave it. So I got me mini bags. I want to find the kettle corn in mini bags, but I might have to order those from somewhere because they were not at the store. I don't think they stocked them, so I just got really movie butter popcorn. My husband's being annoying, opening my door, staring at me. Anyway. So I did eat out last night. I still need to log my enchiladas, but I had 3 enchiladas last night. And then I split a dessert with my friend that was with me. And anyway, so then today I ate out because my parents took me out, so I didn't pay for it. Even the Mexican was like $10, and then I tipped like $6 because I tipped for both of us because she bought the dessert. So I was like, that's fair. Anyway, and then yeah, and tomorrow I'm gonna eat out again. So that's gonna be the 3rd eat out in a row. So if the calories are correct for today, I'll be ending at like 1,400 calories. If they're not correct, then it would be probably 2,000 calories, like if I doubled the meal earlier. So either way, I feel like I'm good. I'm on track. Tomorrow is my birthday. Now, that does not mean I'm going to go crazy. I am going to order what I want in the morning for that meal, and then I will have leftover for the noodle stuff that I already cooked. That's in the fridge. I need to eat it so it doesn't go bad. So I will have that tomorrow at some point. I got me it was the lowest thing I could find, the lowest calories that I could find, where it was a single portion that I'd buy, and it had an actual piece of cake in it, not just a parfait, but it is kind of like a parfait. So it's got like a vanilla sponge cake, and then it's got like the whipped cream or something, and then like strawberry stuff, but no real strawberries, sadly. I really wanted some fresh strawberries. That would be great. But it's like 570 calories for the whole thing, and it's like this large. It's pretty big. So that was the lowest I could find. I found a single piece of carrot cake, but it was like a large piece. It was like 770 calories. I was like, no. And then I got me like 3 different flavors of the Halo Tops, and they have Halo Top Light. So the full size ones are like 409 calories, and I just had like a couple spoons of those. Like I don't eat them all in one go. But I was like, tomorrow's my birthday, so if I want to eat a whole like little pint of ice cream, I need to get a Halo Top ice cream. So I got 3 different flavors to try with the Halo Tops, and it's like 300 calories. For the whole thing. So I can definitely try all 3 flavors tomorrow, so I might do that. And then dinner will probably be like chicken, something light. I don't know. But anyway, that's how my day's going, and that's kind of all I got for you today. I don't plan on eating anything else. It's already 9 o'clock. Bye-bye. All right. My weight yesterday was 282.4. I did eat super late last night, so I'm not really expecting it to go down just yet, but it probably will later today. All right. 282.3, so it did go down 0.1, and like I said, it'll probably go down more. But yeah, today's my birthday. It's breakfast. It is lunchtime. I'm still pretty full from breakfast, so I do not need a meal. However, I am so ready for my dessert, which is my birthday cake that I got. And here it is. So it's got like the strawberry stuff, and then like I guess just like a sponge cake or a, I don't know, it's strawberry filling, sweet icing, and layers of cake within. It's just a strawberry parfait. And this was 570 calories total, so I am using it as like a meal. And then I still have most of my drink from last night left over, so those calories were logged with yesterday. But yeah, I'm gonna slowly enjoy this marvelous birthday dessert. Okay. 41 grams of potato chips at 150 calories per 28 grams, so it's like 200 calories. Whew. We just moved branches from the storm down to the fire pit, so there's a lot of going back and forth, and I was like, I need a break. So that's what I'm doing. Husband needed a break too. He was getting dizzy because he was sawing some of the thicker branches, so probably gonna start a fire tonight. My little one-time thing is working because look at my walls. It's all sparkly. Oh man. We're now at Cheddar's for my birthday, and they started us off with some rolls, and then I get a free dessert. So I'm getting a giant cookie with ice cream. I'm gonna try to get him to help me eat it because it's a lot of food. And then instead of getting a meal, I'm gonna be unhealthy and get some loaded fries for my meal because it's my birthday. So I'm not gonna make the healthy choice. I do that every other day. All right. Thing is huge. I told my husband he better help me out. This is like 1,000 something calories. All right, it's my birthday, March 12th. It is 2026. I have not really written in like a year, and so I wanted to write something short and quick, and so I found a writing prompt. The story is not what the writing prompt is, but I will tell you what the writing prompt was that got me to start the idea for the story, and it was a tired wizard cast a... I'm sorry, that's different. A hero pulls a legendary sword from a stone, but the sword immediately starts arguing with them about why they're the wrong person, which I thought was funny. That is not the story that I wound up with. Anyway, so it is a short story, but I wrote it all in one go in like the last hour and a half. I'm so happy that I finally wrote something in so long. So I'm just going to read you the story. And y'all let me know what you think. Should I publish it just as a short story with words? Or should I see if one of my friends that was an art teacher would actually like work with me on this, edit it to where it would work for a children's picture book, and then she could illustrate it for me, and then we just like split the profits on it. Because I really like this, and I literally did it in an hour and a half. I'm really proud of it. Anyway, so this is first go. It's all handwritten. So stream of consciousness, nothing's been altered. There's a couple of crossed out words. That's all that's been changed. All right, so that's literally the whole story. Here's how my brain works. You ready for this? Okay. In the village of Elheim, a magical sword chose each leader. It knew with one touch who was just and who wanted power for selfish reasons. Because of this, the village remained peaceful, and outsiders came for a reprieve from their chaotic lives in other parts of the Fairmont Kingdom. On this 12th day of spring, because today's the 12th, the sword awaited its next wielder, for the previous leader was on his deathbed and wanted to transfer his power and authority before his last breath. All the villagers had gathered the previous day to pull the sword from the choosing stone, but no matter their tactic, whether gentle and coaxing or forceful and swift, the sword would not budge, so the villagers went back to their daily task, thinking the sword wasn't ready to pass hands. Blythe, however, had a different thought. What if the sword didn't want another man to wield it? What if this time a woman would be chosen? She could think of no better than her own mother, who was skilled at knowing when to be stern or kind and forgiving. Please, Mama, you must try. I don't want to lead. I'm more than happy with my current position as your mother and the village's seamstress. But who better to have power than one who does not wish to wield it? Her mother smiled at her. You're very wise, Blythe, but the answer is still no. Blythe sighed in reply and meandered out the door and through the streets, wondering who else the sword might choose. Eventually, she found herself at the meadow where the sword's hilt glinted in the sun. Its beauty drew her in until she was climbing onto the stone for a closer look. You're quite marvelous, she said, feeling a bit silly for speaking to a hunk of metal. But it was magical after all. Maybe it could understand her. And if it could, what was the harm in trying to befriend it? No one was around to judge her, and even if they were, she was but a child. It wouldn't be all that odd. Others her age play-acted with wooden dolls and toy soldiers, giving them voices and moving them about with their hands. What sort of person would you choose if you had a mouth to name them? She waited for a response that didn't come. Is it true what others say, that you're not ready for a new wielder? Still nothing. I'd understand. You were at the king's side for so long. You must have grown very close, and now he's dying and you've been placed here all alone. She brought her knees to her chest and rested her chin on them. I know what that's like. I was very close with my father before he grew ill and passed. It wasn't of old age, like your wielder. It was a sickness that passed through the village and took many. My mother sent me away for a time, partly to keep me from catching it, but mostly, I believe, she didn't want me to watch him die. I understood, but it didn't lessen my sadness. The air cooled against her skin as the sun dipped below the tree line, her signal to return home, so she ambled there, pondering what she could do to help the sword through its grief. The next day, she packed a lunch and ate it between telling funny stories to the sword. And when some boys overheard and mocked her, she continued anyway. I may be mad for talking to you, she said to the sword, but I'd want a friend if I was losing a loved one. Everyone can use a friend, even if they can't speak back. Her time with the sword continued until word came back to her mother, and she forbade her from going back, saying she'd never fit in if everyone thought she was mad. But time away showed Blythe just how lonely she'd been before the sword called her. Even so, she obeyed her mother until word spread that the king was moments from death. Adrenaline pumped through her as she ran to the meadow. The time is near. I must take you to him. And since she couldn't remove the sword, she tried to push the stone instead. It was no use. She stood back, huffing and puffing from the exertion. I don't know what else to do. You should get to say goodbye. She climbed onto the stone once more and wept, hugging the hilt like a close friend. I wish I could pull you from the stone and take you to him. Then do. She startled, sitting back on her feet. Was that you or my own imagination? No reply. I'm only a child, she argued. I'm not big and strong like the king or wise and just like my mom. You wouldn't choose me. I'm unworthy. The sword began to shake and rumble with laughter. You? Not strong? The girl who still grieving her father had the strength to show compassion to a sword and tell funny stories in the face of ridicule? Not wise, and yet you thought to speak to me, though I never spoke back, and the truth of my abilities has only been known to those who wielded me? Unworthy? Your thoughtfulness has come at your own expense, and yet you continued for days, granting me friendship with no request for my magic. You, my dear Blythe, are the most worthy of all of Elheim. You choose me? I do not force myself onto anyone. I believe you are to be my lifelong companion, but the choice to accept my invitation is literally in your hands alone. Her chest heaved with emotion. She was so young. No one would accept her as leader, but if the sword chose her, the least she could do was free it from the stone and let it have a final goodbye. And so she did. The end. So it's literally just like a short children's story. I really like it. So let me know what you think. I don't know if anyone else has the Elheim. It sounds familiar, and I don't know why. I think it just sounds like a Bible name, Elheim, for the place, and then Fairmont for the king. It's just the first thing that popped into my mind, so that's what I used. But anyway, yeah, let me know what you think, and what kind of pictures do you think would go really well with it? All right, so yesterday was my birthday, and we did a lot of eating. I did not wind up eating the pork chops or the corn that I had. I just saved it as leftovers, so I just had the fries. But anyway, I'm definitely expecting to gain weight today. But yesterday was 282.3. Let's see what today is. 282.7. That is not bad considering I had like 5,000 calories yesterday. All right. Husband is being honored for an award. So we got hot dogs, and we're at like the cool table, I guess. And all the other tables are decorated. Pretzels, popcorn, all kinds of stuff. They had stickers too. And big bags of popcorn. Tastes like Lucky Charms. And then I got 2 tattoos. Pops is just sitting over here. No food. Got a big box. Apparently a t-shirt and a gift card is in there. So.
Individual behaviors and types of the culture. Now what we're going to go into is what we call the People's Choice Awards, right? If you've seen, we've posted some QR codes around the building in the last month or so, where you can actually go in and join us in voting for the winners. So this is actually your votes that led to the colleague selection here. So the next 2 stories are going to be voted on by each and every one of you. So Liz, go right ahead.
Can y'all see me? All right, so behind the scenes is where magic happens. As we gear towards peak season, this college is pulled in multiple directions to support their wealth of knowledge and service. Their continued service to the team allowed the building to get closer to their goals. Their extended support has brought quick results when researching and was and is needed in their problem solving. So they had been part of a small project in anticipation of volume impact due to case locations. They quickly cleared backlog reports so there could be minimal to no customer impact to orders when we're waiting. Their role in organization and product placement has assisted in reduction of multiple replenishment through heat. Their partnership is valued and appreciated. So thank you so much, Stephen Dow, for being here.
My baby! Woo woo! You were chosen, baby. So I went roller skating for the first time in like 20 years. I lasted for like 36 minutes. And I was like, I'm done. Because I had to use the thing, like the walker looking thing. And so because I was leaning forward, my center of gravity was already off. It's like I know intellectually how to roller skate. Like I've done it before and I loved it. But I was not overweight then. So my center of gravity was easy to find. But being overweight, my center of gravity leans forward. And then with the skating, you're supposed to kind of bend your knees and lean forward. So I was doing that. And then they just want to roll all over the place. So I think I actually should have leaned backward a little and tried. But I was following like the standard way you do it. Anyway, so I had to get the walker thing. And then that, if I had not been doing all of the strength training, lifting weights, I would not have lasted 36 minutes. That was an arm workout because I was putting all of my upper half, all that weight, like on my hands, on the walker thing to keep me up and stable. I did fall one time, but luckily I know how to take a fall because I've did a self-defense class, so we kind of learned how to do that. And so I didn't injure anything. If I have a bruise, like nothing hurts right now. I'm perfectly fine. So I did still continue to skate after I fell. But I only had like 15 minutes left before I had to go anyway. And I was like, I'm sweating everywhere. I'm like, I'm done. So I got my skates off and decided to get a slice of pizza. So that's when I got here. And then I got a red slushie. Not great for my calories, but that was a workout. I don't care. Anyway, here's my slush. So I'm going to get in my car and go get my hubs. But it was fun, but also not fun because I couldn't really do it. And then when I was checking everything in, the one woman that was there, she was like, yeah, we have a woman that teaches skating and she won't let the kids touch those. She says they're horrible for skating. And I agree, because you can't find your center of balance unless you are the same height. Like if you're the appropriate height for the thing, then, you know, as like a safety net, I feel like that's fine. But this skating ring also didn't have walls. And so the last skating ring that I was at had walls. And so you could kind of like practice a little bit and having like a wall to stop you. You can just run into it and stop yourself. This one didn't, which is why I was like, I need the thingy. Because, oh, my purse is in the trunk. I moved it to the trunk, so I wouldn't have to bring it in. So I have to get that. But anyway, what was I saying? I don't even know. Oh, I had to use the wheel thing because I've sprained my ankle before, and I didn't want to sprain my ankle again, like falling, and get injured and then not be able to work out. So, but yeah, it was not good for like actually trying to figure out how to skate. I think I'm just gonna have to wait to do it until I lose my weight, so that my center of gravity and my balance is better. But anyway, that's fine. I'm gonna go get my hubs now. Here is dinner. It's my leftovers from Cheddar's yesterday. So I have some corn, and then I have 2 pork chops with bourbon glaze. And then for my drink, I'm having another Body Armor. I ate horrendously yesterday, so I am not expecting to lose weight. I would not be surprised if I gained a pound, because I had some like sugary popcorn and a lot of it. Yeah, it was just a really bad day in terms of making good choices. But my weight yesterday was 282.7, so moment of truth, here we go. Hopefully I didn't gain a lot. 282.7. You know what? I could not have asked for better. It's the same as yesterday, y'all. All right. I'm happy about that. I guess the workout with the skates really did burn a bunch of calories for me to not gain weight. Oh. Here is my pancake breakfast. It is 2 English muffins, like the cinnamon raisin muffins. So I pinched them up like you do with your pancakes. Then I did 1 serving of PP2 peanut butter with some water to make it liquidy, like a syrup. And then I mixed that in with 1 serving, which was 21 grams of honey. And then I mixed that all well so that it soaks into the bread. And then I put a cup of mixed berries. And then I stuck it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes to make the berries not frozen. So that is my pancake breakfast. So it's kind of equates to like 4 pancakes, small pancakes with a cup of berries. But yeah, so it's 490 calories and 17 grams protein. Here is dinner. It's 2 burritos with like 45 grams of cheese on top. And then I have some pomegranate juice, 100% pomegranate juice. Yeah. Got 3 different flavors of Halo Top in here for 150 calories. I've got peanut butter cup on the bottom, then I've got cookies and cream, and then on the top I have sea salt caramel. All right, yesterday's weight was 282.7. So hopefully we didn't go up today, but we'll see. 282.4. Awesome. Sweet. Here's breakfast. 2 packets of oatmeal and my last Body Armor that I have. Seriously. I haven't got a full view in a while, so I figured I'd pop on camera while I'm in my dress from Sunday and everything. Anyway. Oh, I'm going to be boxing up some clothing today to donate. Yeah, and I got me a Lotus on the way back, so I'm finishing that off. It's like a tea, but it looks like a slushie. So I do the blended ones. And I did a lot of cleaning yesterday, so I had stuff all over my couch. And finally got that cleaned up, swept the whole house. Started on the kitchen, so it looks way, way better than it did. So yeah, I'm just gonna do house cleaning and maybe go through my clothes because I've been wanting to do that and get out some of my skinny clothes from last time I lost weight. Bear was getting excited, so he might try to come in here. But I'm gonna do another record collection video. Like I said, I've been hard at work. I did the bedroom, cleaned up my office floor, and some of the stuff that was on the table that just needs to be organized a little bit more. Cleaned the bathroom, couple stuff hanging, but that's it. And then that's donation boxes. Bear's so happy with this floor. And then his little peekaboo area. I did all the dishes, every single one. And they're all put away. All that's in here is the silverware that didn't come out good. Forgot to show you dinner. So dinner, I just had 2 burritos with cheese. So it was the same thing I had yesterday. I've already seen it once. I'm going to go get me some ice cream today. I'm probably just going to do the caramel and maybe some peanut butter. The caramel one does not taste like caramel. It tastes like butterscotch pudding, which I love butterscotch pudding, so that's fine. And they're the light ones, so it's like the highest one was like 330 in the light. And then it goes down to like 300, so anyway. I did a lot of cleaning today, so I'm sure I burned a crap ton of calories. I did not eat lunch. I had a like a 16-ounce Lotus tea with a crap ton of caramel in it, and it was full sugar, and I don't know how many calories it was, so even me trying to log it is not going to be anywhere near, so I'm just not even going to bother putting it in because it's not going to be accurate. So putting the dinner dish away into the... Steven, you left crumbs on my oven. I cleaned, and he left crumbs. I cleaned. There's no crumbs on my clean oven. Crumbs. No. This is the OCD. It's like either total cleanliness and order or disorder. I do not like in between states at all. So I just wiped that off. And then he put the oven mitts down, and I put them on here. And I told him to put them back, and he said no, because he don't like them there. So I'm going to put them in the drawer. And then when he's like, which one out? In the drawer, because I don't want it right there. Anyway, so I'm going to have some caramel, which is this one of 3 was my favorite, and it's also the lowest calorie. So I'm going to have that. My least favorite of them was the cookies and cream, which is 310, and then the peanut butter is 330. So I'll just measure it and put it in a cup. And I like to put my ice cream in mugs. I used to, when I was younger, I would pop a bag of popcorn when I would get home from school. And me and my sister would eat that. And then we would always have like cheap ice cream. And I would fill a mug with it. We had like the big Napoleon tubs, like a gallon of ice cream. So we would do that. Or sherbet. I really liked the sherbet. And cookie dough ice cream was my favorite. But I did not get cookie dough this time. So anyway, I'm going to make my little treat and then I'll show you. My husband's laughing at me because I said Napoleon ice cream instead of Neapolitan. And I was like, for some reason I thought the Napoleon ice cream was like named after Napoleon. I don't know why I always did. It's like the tuna, the chicken in the sea. Is there a chicken in here? Napoleon ice cream named after Napoleon Bonaparte, or whatever his name is. Is that his last name? Right? That dude? The short guy? I don't know. Here's my little cup. It's like half a cup, and I didn't even smush it down, so. It's less than 100 grams.